Hey everyone, starting at 5 o'clock today. We should have a few people join us in progress. I'm gonna go ahead and start because there's some cool stuff that we gotta get under the way. Apologize for last Thursday. We're gonna be cutting back on allowing people that I don't know. Philip, you're all good. I know you, but anybody that's recording, I do record these, so they will be. I usually get them out the night of, right afterwards, within an hour or so. Other than Philip, for right now, I will be restricting that because last week we were about 17 minutes into what was it, about an hour and 20 minutes, and somebody's thing started saying recording stopped to let it know if that was mine or something. So yeah, it did. It stopped the recording. So we only got 17 minutes last week. These are very important because not everybody can make it, and I know that. So I want to make sure that I get these out to people so they can see what's going on. But go ahead and I'm going to start tonight. Let's run. Okay, guys. The RCIC overview. It's a real estate capital intelligence community AI powered tools and a trusted network to find, fund, and close deals. So what it is, it's a deal engine. It's a safe space for investors, a toolkit for serious execution. What it isn't, it's not a guru course. It's not a lead list of spam or pay to play upsell. You're never going to have to worry about that. So there's onboarding. So step one, confirm your GPT access. Free open AI or Pro Plus GPT-5 is available. So step two, embed RCIC tools into their GPT workspace. Step three is uh, build a starter toolbox with buy box builder, market setup, lender matching, skip trace. So after that, so we do have the activation playbook, which I give you. There's a couple, two versions of it. One for RSIC for the real estate side, and one for RSIC with the HomeBase. So we're covering real estate right now. So once you guys get in here, you get the 14 core tools, which is overnight deal engine, daisy chain detector, skip tracing, owner research, lender matching engine, buy box builder, market data and comps, contract generator, closing checklist, and more. That's all 14 briefly. So we got all, 14 of those. We got more. We got 699 tools. So I have done live deal rules. I'm not going to do one tonight. I'll do one on Wednesday night, and I'll do one for Thursday for the associate session. But we can pull a deal from the room. If anybody comes in with a deal, you can send it to me before that, and I can run it. And I can show how to do the comps, how to do ARV and exit strategies, and then we'll have questions and stuff. So, um, let's go. Let's go ahead and do that. Yes, drop that. So the backbone of what we do, overnight deal engine. Drop in the basics, wake up to a fully analyzed deal with comps, ARV, and strategy suggestions. Number two, daisy chain detector. Cuts through the noise, spots wholesaler chains, and gets you to the actual contract holder. Number three is skip trace and owner research. Pulls property ownership, contact information, and history, so you know who you're talking to. Number four is lender matching engine. Pairs your deal with the right private or hard money lender from our network. Buy box builder defines your exact investment criteria so the system only brings you your type of deals. Six, market data and comps, MLS level comps and real time market data without the MLS politics. Contract generator instantly produces state specific purchase agreements, assignments, and addenda. Eight is closing checklist. Keep you compliant and on track through inspections, title, and funding. Nine, deal dispo engine. Market your deal to vetted buyers with instant blast and tracking. Repair estimate. Calculate to rehab costs fast with regional price data and custom line items. 11, offer generator. Create smart offers in minutes, factoring ARV, rehab holding costs, and profit goals. 12, exit strategy analyzer. Compares flip, rental, BRRRR, wholesale, and creative finance options for max profit. Flow tracker tracks all your active and past deals, KPIs, and lender performance in one dashboard. Your safe space deal room, secure private collaboration hub for sharing docs, running numbers, and closing deals without outside influence. Every one of these tools works together. You drop in the deal once and the system works works it from intake to funding to close. That's why RCIC isn't just another platform, it's your AI-powered deal engine. If you want, I can also stack here's how it works live demo script right after this, so you can roll right into showing them the process in action. That'll keep the energy high. Yes, drop that. So intake. So I'm dropping in a property address where you can shout one out. The system immediately pulls ownership tax data, beds, bath, square footage, year built, and recent sale history. Market comps pulls solid comps, sold comps, active listings, and pending sales in the immediate area. Calculates ARV in seconds. Flags any unusual pricing or market shifts. Step 3 is the rehab and repair estimator. It can add details. You can add a new roof, HVAC, flooring. Generates a regional cost breakdown and total repair budget. Lender matching and offers instantly matches the deal with lenders who fit the criteria. Suggest wholesale, fix and flip or creative finance offers based on your profit target. Step 5 is contracts and closing. Generates the offer or assignment contract with your name and the sellers. Loads the deal into the closing checklist so you can track title, inspections, funding, and final close. Dispo and exit. If you're wholesaling, the dispo engine markets it to vetted buyers in minutes. If you're holding or flipping, you've already got your lender and your rehab plan ready to roll. And there's and that's the magic. One property in, full analysis, funding options, paperwork, and marketing out. No chasing data in 10 different places. RCIC runs it end to end. So, yes, I'm going to have it. See if it's got some of the properties I've already put into it. Okay, guys. This is a sample property in Denver, 4825 West Cedar Avenue, Denver, 80226. Don't forget, always make sure you get the address, the full address, including the city, the state, the zip code is very important. The county. This is Denver. Denver is, for those of you who don't live here, Denver is the city and county of Denver. So it'll be Denver and Denver. This is a single family residence. It's 1,468 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, built in 1962. Its asking price is $325. Its ARV is $465. It's estimated the repairs are $48,000. Roof, kitchen, plus bath updates, paint and flooring. The hold time is about 6 months. Good schools nearby, lone crime pocket. It's actually true in this area of Denver. Recent sales in area 450 to 480K for updated holdings of similar size. Solid comps within a half a mile, 90-day sales window. Clean title, vacant. So I want to show them live, skip trace owner information, comps, ARV, repair estimator, lender matching, offer generator, content creation. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second because I got Willie's coming on. I need to make sure he's. Hey, Willie. Cool. Hey, Willie, what's up?
What up?
Hey, I'm showing a property. I've got a little bit. So this property's in Denver, and actually, it's pretty good. It's actually a pretty decent deal. So I'm showing the property and how all the tools work with this property. So this is in Denver, single family residence. They're asking 325, estimated ARVs 465, repairs are 48,000. So like I said, the recent sales in the area are 450 to 480. You got solid comps, clean title, vacant. So we're gonna go ahead and do all 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and yes, show all 6. In action, then prep this side by side, and then we'll go into a little bit of Chat GPT-5 when we're done. So this is your click through each step. So these are where we're not really going to show most of the deal on this case, but I'm going to show you what the tools will actually say. And obviously this will be in the recording, and then I will actually do a PDF as well to show everybody. But these are the prompts. We'll start by dropping the address into R6 skip trace. Instantly, we've got owner name, mailing address, contact phone number, and email plus property history. First conversation ready to go. So this is in Denver, so it'll go to the city and county of Denver's. It'll go to the clerk and recorder, and it'll also go to Denver has a couple of different agencies, but it's all the good thing is Denver, even though they've got a really convoluted website. I mean, the only is Denver Police and Denver Fire and the sheriff are outside of the website. Everything else, it's kind of a interesting website when you get to Denver and some communities like that. There's a lot of agencies. Obviously, larger cities like Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, you're going to have that situation. A lot of times, you're going to have a very if they have everything at one website. Some communities don't. We're gonna pull up now. I pull up market data and comps within seconds. I see 3 to 4 similar homes within a half a mile that sold in the last 90 days for 450 to 480. So the average ARV for this house 465. So I mean, it seems like a pretty good number so far. So we got the repair estimator, um, which is great. Roof replacement would be about 12K. I'd run roofscope.com. If you guys ever have a question about it, you can actually get there. They have a quick scope, quick roof for like, I think it's like, I don't know, I have to look it up. It's around $10. It's pretty cheap. They design it so like roofing salesmen and stuff around the field can actually order them and get like a quick one. They don't get the detail that they need to actually do the insurance claim and do the job, but you can actually get a quick for squares. Anybody who wants to know what a square is in roofing, a square is 100 square feet by 100. It's about 100 by 100 or 10 by 10 area. It's actually 10 by 10, 100 square feet. That's a square. So so that's a pretty interesting thing. So this has the roof replacement, probably a kitchen remodel, a couple bathrooms, paint and flooring. They're estimating about 48K. Um, not random national averages. So you can check this against when you do it against HomeWise, which is HomeWise WYSE. Then with one click, RCIC can match this deal to private money lenders in the Denver market who do fix and flip loans. They're all pre-filtered, so you don't have to waste time on lenders who don't fund this type of property. You won't have to be out there searching for it. Then you can run the offer generator, looks at ARV, repairs, holding costs, and the profit goal. So it recommends 2 clear paths. Wholesale offer 300,000, fix and flip offer 325. So if you're a wholesaler, offer them 300,000. It'll help you prep the offer. It'll go to offer blaster. Otherwise, if you're gonna fix and flip it 325, that's 25,000 is a unique. Okay, so then once you choose the offer path, I can generate the state specific contract in minutes, ready to send to the seller. No templates, no formatting techniques. So now your audience has seen the deal run from raw address to owner info, comps, repair budget, lender match, offer, contract. So it's going to do this. It's going to kind of do this. I'm going to have it downloaded, so I'll actually post that so you guys will know. I'll post that in the group later. Let's just go real quick, and I'll actually go ahead and post this. What it generated. So it's going to post for a wholesale and fix and flip. The purchase prices, what the repairs are going to be. If it's going to be wholesale, obviously don't have any costs involved. So it's going to come up with lender costs about 15 grand. Your other closing costs are about 5,000. Your total investment is about 405. So the sale price is 465. You're thinking about making about 60,000 profit on this deal. So I don't know that kind of. What do you think, Willie? Does that look kind of like a pretty good deal? Or anybody else on here? Well, you got a couple people. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal at 60,000 profit. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Where is that at? You said in Denver?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not doing the whole. Gonna run the whole thing because I'm trying to show everybody kind of the basics what it can do. But if I collapse the table. So yeah, it comes up with about so here's and I just printed that PDF so I can send it to you later. I'll go back up and show you guys. I'll show you real quick. Here's the deal right there. It's actually in a pretty decent area, West Cedar Avenue. 4,800, so it's probably Sheridan. If you guys look at a map, it's probably right around Sheridan and Cedar is like midpoint. Alameda is actually Ellsworth. So there's if you guys look at the Denver map, Ellsworth Avenue is right around Alameda. You'll see Alameda go kind of south if you guys see the map, 6th Avenue. Alameda goes west to east to west. It runs all the way from Lakewood all the way to through the down there, all the way ends up in Aurora. But so this would be a pretty decent area. It's right around the central part of Denver. Before, obviously, Denver got a lot more southern and northern and eastern suburbs. Can't go any more west. But yeah, so 325 is the asking price. So it's saying trying to offer them 300. If you're going to be a wholesaler, make 25 grand. You could actually, try to make a little less or two. You can, if you got a good relationship with a flipper or somebody, you might want to, maybe even go a little less than, but otherwise, if you're going to flip it by at 325, it's estimating about 48,000 for the repairs. I might go as high as like 60. I think if I could make like 35 grand on this deal, 35 to 50, then that'd be a pretty good deal around for this house if you can, because this is actually a decent market and there's a lot of need in this area. Like I said, it's in the central part of Denver, central part of the Denver metro area. So it's a pretty good deal. They got good schools. Um, like I said, the comps seem reasonable. I saw this earlier and I kind of looked at it, but this was actually generated by GPT-5, believe it or not, by RCIC. It generated the property. It found the property because I wanted it to find a Denver property so I could kind of go by and look at it if anybody was interested in it. I want to try to get more into that, like we start putting up, start actually running deals that people have, or start finding in areas so we can kind of, we can try to maybe do some deals while we're doing these sessions. Okay, drop them. I'm trying to get a little bit more into like some more for experienced,
Well,
people who've been on these a couple of times. So, but yeah, this is the Jesus, I don't know why I went that way. Here's the wholesale versus profit breakdown. The wholesale path closing costs are about 2 grand. You're making about 25,000 fast close. No rehab risk if you're a wholesaler. You could probably do that. If you're doing the fix and flip pass, you got repairs about 48,000, holding costs about 12. It's saying lender costs are 15. That is going to fluctuate, obviously, based on your lenders. If you need an EMD loan and stuff like that. The other closing costs might be around 5 grand. So it's saying 60 grand. I could legitimately say if I could make that minimum about 35,000, I'd be happy, but 60 is pretty good. That gives you a little bit of wiggle room on your costs and your lender costs and stuff, your holding costs if it goes over, and repairs. Like I might budget another 10% or something on repairs just to be on the safe side. So we'll go ahead and I'll save this as well. I'll post these PDFs tonight. Okay. Now, the big question is, let's talk more about GPT-5 and why it's the engine under R6 hood. It's the latest AI model from OpenAI. Now they talked about they're going to keep 4, and I used to say it was 40. It's actually 4.0 for or 4, like O as in a letter for Omni. That's what I found out if you go to the models. So they're going to keep 4.0 for a little while because a lot of people were using it as like a social thing and stuff, and they got a little upset because what I was talking about before many people in our group joined, that one of the complaints was that it would kiss people's asses and it would be like really social and stuff, and a lot of professional people thought it was unprofessional. Then they came out with 5 on Friday night. I got it on Friday. I think it started coming out on Thursday. It Then people were upset. Nobody's ever going to be 100% happy, but it's pretty. I'm pretty impressed with it. What do you think, Billy? You like 5?
yeah, it seems to be kind of quicker.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker. You get more speed and all that stuff, and you get a lot more features. And I'm upgrading finally to the business plan. My upgrade's tomorrow, so I didn't want to do it before that. And then that's cool. Then I'll be able to have the business, and then I'll have some more features. I'll be able to lock down a lot of stuff. It's sharper, better connecting dots than any version before. It's just a powerful brain, like it says. So we trained it, they tooled it. They've been working on it for 2 years. They had they started knowing that they were going to 5. They wanted to put it all in. The good thing is all the math is checking out now. It had some issues with math with calculations in the earlier models. They really worked on that. So they said without taken for any geometry or trigonometry or calculus, it still would suck at. It can pass, they said, AP math for a high school level. That's pretty good without taking in those really advanced mathematics, which we don't need in real estate. So, and I have put a lot of time, a lot of the 700 plus hours, I've actually made sure that all the calculations are there. So you're going to find that this is really going to, it does the math well, it does everything else. I don't have any complaints. I mean, I looked at it tried to do a couple different things over the weekend just to look at it. Like you see here, I tried to find when the Broncos were playing on Saturday night on streaming because it's like, I don't know, preseason is always iffy because it's all, the local station's the one that shows it. And sometimes a lot of them are going to streaming now. So the poll comps and ARV without MLS access politics. So you guys saw my post. There are over 600 MLSs. So all these people that are out there, and you know this, Willie, probably, but just I'm talking to everybody that's going to watch the video that's not watching it live, that nobody has can offer nationwide MLS access. The MLSs, most of them they don't allow you to like do API or use other platforms to get their information. Some do live. So a lot of people are out there selling this nationwide MLS access, or they're selling leads and things like that, and it's just not true out there. So it'll analyze deals in minutes instead of hours. I mean, literally, we could have got that deal done in about 10, 15 minutes from top to bottom, and then put it out to lender matching, and then it's just really waiting on the lenders to get back to us. Match properties to lenders that actually fund them. Like I said, we got 901 hard money lenders, 1,762 other funding sources. We're starting to get some interest now in some other lenders besides the dozen or so we got in the group. I'm trying to get them to come on board. This will also generate the contracts, the repair budgets, marketing packages. It's really good. I think it's even faster since Friday, since I got 5. It'll run the entire cycle from lead to funded and closed without hopping between 10 apps. So where most people use it like a fancy chat bot where you're taking a knock on 4.0. We use it as an AI operations center with your markets, your buy box, and your deals baked in. That's why a veteran investor can run a high volume shop here, and a brand new investor can still get deals closed without drowning in learning curves. So it's intelligence. It's the battlefield. Makes you faster, sharper, and harder to beat. Let's do that. And I took today added just everybody I added the marketing stuff where people will be able to actually start generating all their marketing stuff, and I put in a lot of I worked over the weekend developing some kind of like just some core like ways to kind of simplify and make it so people can make listings. They can do all kinds of promotions and tiles and make different ads. And it has a lot of captions. It has a captions bank, so people can actually, and that'll be live. It is live now, but it'll be over the next couple of days. It'll be, I'm going to be doing something every day to it. So people will be able to actually start generating a lot of ads. I did it for both real estate side and HomeBase. So it's going to be pretty incredible. People will actually start being able to generate ads that'll not only be in our RCIC, but it also people can just get them to post on social media, and it will generate for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, YouTube and all that. You can start generating ads and content. So here's the raw GPT-5 show and tell workflow. Let's pretend I'm just using GPT-5 out of the box. I type analyze 4825 West Cedar Avenue, Denver, Colorado as an investment property. It's going to give a generic response, maybe talks about Denver, mentions real estate factors, but it doesn't have my market data, my buy box, or my tools. It might guess an ARV repairs, but it won't pull my vetted comps or lender matches. So this is raw GPT-5 without RCIC. I know because Gwen was on it. And she was like, and I think somebody else was on it in the group because They didn't, I had to send them the troubleshooting guide. So this is what it will do if you just go on to GPT-5. Can you do real estate? Yes. This is what it comes up with. Now, if people who have RCIC connected GPT-5, same property, but now I'm using GPT-5 inside RCIC with my markets, my tools, and my lenders, instantly it's going to be able to pull the owner info, real comps, ARV, repair costs by region, offer options, lender matches, and contracts already. No fluff, no generic advice. It's all actionable data tied directly to your strategy. And then the punchline to say, out of the box, GPT-5 is a genius and no game plan. Inside RSIC, GPT-5 is a fully trained acquisitions, dispositions, and funding team working 24/7 with your roles, your markets, and your deals. Okay. Yes. So we're starting to go a little bit on these sessions, Willie, and I know Arliss, you're on, a few other people. I want to, and Philip's note taker. What I want to do is I want to say we're going to start doing a lot more of these, more advanced. We're going to get more advanced as we go. And then I have added a Friday, so we'll do Wednesday at the same time. Thursday night associate session. At Friday, I will do 12:30 my time to 1:30, just an hour, just mid-afternoon, just, right after lunch, if anybody wants to come on and just, I'm hoping people will start bringing deals, or we can just start running a lot of deals. So this is exactly how the this is raw GPT-5. Analyze, the address, has an investment property, tell me how the ARV repairs needed, potential offers and exit strategies. It's going to give a generic answer. Vague comps, ballpark repairs, broad exit strategy. It's smart, but it's guessing. It doesn't know my markets, my lenders, or my numbers. So now you get in there, say this says you run it inside RSIC with your betting tools. Run full RSIC analysis for 4825 West Cedar Avenue, Denver 80226. Include owner info, verified comps and ARV, repair estimate, wholesale and flip offers. It does the whole 9 yards. Lender matches and generate the contract. So it'll come back and it's going to do the verified owner details, 3 to 4 real comps in the right radius and time frame. Exact ARV based on actual sales data, region specific repaired budget. Obviously, Denver's actually probably a little bit less than Evergreen, even though they're 15 miles apart. Wholesale and flip offer calculations, match the lenders with terms, and then you got a contract ready. So it's the same brain, different mission. It turns GPT-5 from a guessing machine into a deal closing machine. So we're gonna go ahead and yes. Uh, mm. Every analysis takes hours, you lose deals. GPT-5 on is smart, but RSIC makes it market smart. Plugged into your buy box, your lenders, your exit strategies. That means you're making offers in minutes while everyone else is still pulling comps. This keeps the urgency high and positions RSIC as the speed advantage. So it'll give a smooth transition line that takes you from this pitch into running deals from the audience. That way there's zero drop in engagement. Yes, drop that. So like I said, on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you try to get everybody to bring deals in, or send them to me or whatever. I can run them or whatever while we're on. When people have GPT-5 and they have R6, then they can be on with their computer and I can be doing the bigger stuff, picture stuff, trying to, get tools and stuff to help them if they got specific cases. So it's enough there. Let's put this to work on your deals. Drop an address in the chat or unmute and call it out. We'll run it live through RSIC. You got any deals? You got something you want to run, Willie?
No.
Okay, we'll have it prep a backup. There you go, Phoenix, Arizona, 2134 East Palm Lane, Phoenix. Single family, 1224 square feet, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 1954. Asking 265, estimated RVs 375. Repairs, roof, HVAC, kitchen and bath updates, paint and landscaping. I'd almost like to figure out if there's a way to get a second bathroom in there, but who knows, depends. Strong rental market, high demand pocket near downtown. The comps are 370, 385. And we can test all these. I'm gonna copy these and test these tomorrow a little bit more. Clean title, vacant, no HOA. So, okay, run all 6. Then I compare them side by side. I'll go ahead and download that one too. Just to kind of, here's the, so it's pretty decent. Fix and flip on wholesale, there's about 20 grand between what they're asking, what they would do. With the lender costs, other lender costs, total investment, the sale price, gross profit's about 18,000 if you're a wholesaler on assignment fee, 46,000 fix and flip. A little tighter, but it still works. Okay. Mm, sorry, somebody's playing me some message while it was on. I was like, hey, are we on? Yeah, we've been on for 20, 30 minutes. So here you guys go. There you go. Drop the address. It's the same thing. So whether you want a quick assignment check or the bigger pay with some work, RCIC and GPT-5 gets you from lead to sign contract in minutes, not days. Yes, we're gonna get a comparison between Denver and Phoenix. I mean, if you do these both, you're making 100 grand. So that's pretty good. Mm. Um, let me see. I've been talking to a lot about putting in the growth plan. So we're gonna increase active participation, bring new members in live sessions, get more deals flow, and that's what we got to do. I want to do shorter but consistent. We're gonna have more live drop-in sessions. Like I said, I added Friday. The only day is I won't be doing anything. I won't schedule anything Friday night or Tuesday nights. But on Friday afternoons and Tuesday afternoons, I can add. I haven't added the Tuesday yet. I'm trying to go like 4 or 5 days, and then I will play Saturdays by ear. I know some people ask, "Hey, what about a weekend for people that work during the week?" We just got to try to get more people on the ones that we schedule. So we'll be doing those. We'll be doing some demos, deal runs, front and center. Legacy member reactivation. I'm going to go back through and start trying to contact everybody in our group because there's 170 people and some people we don't hear from all the time. Uh, and then special onboarding sprint plus the HomeBase trial. We're going to do snippets of live deal runs on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and then I'll do affiliate and refuel. And then every week we're going to do 1 or 2 core tools. So we'll try to do that. And then 60 days, we're going to do the RCIC University we're going to do a lot more of the training stuff I've been prepping. It won't be like, people will be able to do it on their own. They'll just be able to pull stuff up and it'll give them some stuff. And every kind of topic, there's like a 5-question quiz real quick. And there's, at the end of Like if you're just doing like single family, there's like a 25 question, it's all optional. Nobody has to do it. Nobody gets the results. I don't even see them. It just helps people with knowledge. We're going to do more county and market expansion. We're going to get now from counties, we're going to go into MSAs. So we can get the 250 largest MSAs. And then for skip tracing, comps, lender data, we need to recruit more lenders and wholesalers, strategic partners, more lenders, title companies, service providers, lead engine amplifier. We're going to add targeted lead generation for top 10 member markets. So we're going to start really focusing on probably the top 10 or so markets that we have. We're going to publish one high ROI member deal from intake to close to inspire and train. So we'll be doing a case study. And then we'll get into scaling and brand cementing. National PR push. We're going to do HomeBase growth surge. Aggressive consumer marketing for HomeBase. Push the $19.95 $9.88 promo. I also added you guys probably saw it today, $101 for HomeBase for a lifetime. So hopefully, we try to get some people in on lifetime, and then that even goes for business people. So if they want to do an ad and like, they want to be in the ads in one of the sections, we got tools 800 to 2,500. There's almost it's ridiculous amount of tools, 1,700, 1,700 tools. That doesn't include the 100 that are in the 700 level that kind of bridges associates, and RCIC real estate in HomeBase. There's 100 that are mostly like for home services and things like that. We're doing some more guru radars, watching large scale deal day event. We're gonna, the goal is to get a lot of people on these deal days. We get a lot of people out there just bringing deals. We can get wholesalers, we get lenders, everybody live. That's one of the things I really want to do in the next 90 days. Remember to strategy path, convert 20% of do-it-yourself or pro members to lifetime strategists for targeted campaign. And then we're gonna basically, yes, create that. And then I'm gonna go add in this one's a little bit hard. There's a growth timeline. So I'll try to, I'll try to show that to everybody later. It's hard to read. We added marketing kits. We made them today. I put some marketing kits in. So it's pretty cool. Okay. Let's lead generation. For so the goal here is to get the core marketing assets, and I did put in today. We did load in some stuff. I've got it available, basically to try to make more consistent. Like people can do their listings and out there make them a little bit more profile. People can actually put in like 10 or 12 pictures, as many as they want. Put in the information on the property and what they're looking for, and generate a pretty nice little like a one page or a couple pictures and all that stuff, and kind of make a really cool ad they can put on Facebook and stuff. It stands out a little bit more than say, making a post and using little backgrounds or whatever, kind of like a few of our people do. We want people to start getting their brand out there. People have a brand. Everybody who's a real estate investor has a brand. And so people need to get their brand, their logo, and get out there and get advertise. And so we're trying to make sure they can do it all in here, and they can do all the analysis, come up, and then you can make visuals. That's what it's about, making visuals, getting visuals, and then using text. Visuals are like the scroll stopper, and the text is the engagement, and that's what gets you engagement. My goal is also trying to get teaching everybody how to get monetized on Facebook to limited, getting a professional dashboard for your because you can make Shit, it may not be that much. I mean, I'm making like $50 a month off Facebook. Doesn't seem like that much, but it covers a few things. So you want to get your brand out there, professional contact points, your domain, your email, your Google, your website landing page, all the marketing kits, pre-built templates for flyers, social posts, deal sheets, pitch decks. All dropped in your information and push live. By the end of this week, everybody can start doing that now. By the end of this week, by the time we hit next Monday, everybody will be able to actually just drop in information and generate all their posts and all their flyers and stuff, deal sheets. I'm working on that right now. All right, Charles at work, direct to seller marketing, driving for dollars, all that, all the stuff that you guys know about, targeted postcards, bandit signs. People still want to do them. Networking inside RCIC and local REAs. That's another reason I started all those reindeer local groups, trying to get a lot of people in those so they can build up local, there's one in Michigan, there's one for Minnesota, there's one for Denver, there's one for Colorado Springs. There's a bunch of them. I put a bunch of them together so people can start recruiting, start doing local meetups, start meeting people locally, start doing deals, bring our national resources to the local markets. That's going to help everybody. Networking, all that partner JV deals, all the public visibility, Facebook, Instagram ads, do all the YouTube local market updates. I think every real estate investor needs to have a YouTube because you can put a lot of cool stuff on there. And now that you'll have pretty soon that you can make like a minute long video and put a deal out there in a minute. You tell it to write it for 59 seconds or under, it'll write it for 59 seconds or under. Mark it until that's like to do like reels and stuff. Mark it until they sell or tell you to stop. There's a CRM 3-touch minimum per lead, call, text, and email. The monthly authority post to your audience. People want to be out there pushing all this stuff, and that's why I'm starting to put a lot of the marketing stuff. Go out there and push stuff, push, to build traction. Lead generation is about sourcing quality leads at scale, not just finding properties. Our pillars include data-driven lists, proof of closure, absentee owners, title landlords, vacant properties, hold and skip trace directly inside R6. Now you can go to Jefferson County, Colorado, hit the clerk and recorder, and hit the courts. If you hit both of those, you can find those properties like that one I found last week, and Evergreen, those 11. You can find one that that one was they just got their notice June 28th, so they've been on maybe just about a month and a half. They've known they're in foreclosure. A good opportunity, good time to go make a deal with them if you can get there first. You can get that house at Evergreen pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. Inbound funnels, landing pages for your marketing kit, push sellers to you. Set up marketing, have a Facebook, have an Instagram, have a TikTok, have a YouTube. Push all that stuff and stay consistent. It'll actually make you shorter version posts for TikTok. I mean, not for TikTok, for X. For Twitter, you have to be under 280 characters. For Instagram, they make a little different size visual, but you can actually put a lot of information in there. Facebook's pretty good. Obviously, YouTube. I haven't done TikTok at all. I have got one, but it's like I was doing that for that hot sauce stuff I was doing a couple of years ago. Outbound, you're cold calling and texting. The skip trace results, direct mail. I don't know. A lot of this stuff's really expensive. I'm trying to get everything in it to be contained. Then you got your advantage, the zero cost skip tracing. Once everybody's in here, it's zero cost. They paid it. It's done. Even if they're on the monthly plan, zero cost. I've been on how many? I don't know. I can't even track how many skip tracing companies and lead generation. Plus, I'm sure, Willie, do you get the people all the time hitting you up for skip tracing? Like every day, I get 2 or 3 of them. I can over skip tracing. Do you need it? I was like, I don't need it. It's funny, but daisy chain detector to avoid bad rolled leads. I run daisy changer on even these properties I'm finding because I just am trying to keep the tools, keep them working. I think everybody should go in, even if people are in there, you're working some deals every once in a while, just hit a couple of tools just to keep them working, keep them, in process. You get your buy box builder. You're only getting fed leads that match your criteria. When you have buy box builder, you are only going to get leads that you want. Lead tracking and nurture to prevent leaks in your pipeline. If you want, I can now give you a 5-minute lead generation playbook. Yes. And then I will I have 50 plus targeted prospects. Here it is. So step one, to have 50 targeted prospects overnight, define your buy box. Without a target, your lease is just noise. Open buy box builder and RCIC. Set location, city, county, or zip. Preferably all three, city, county, and zip. Property type, what property you're looking for, what your price range and your ARV range is. Are you doing self-storage? Are you doing assisted living? Anything like that? What the conditions are that you are looking for? You're looking for turnkey. You're looking for only land, a light rehab, a heavy rehab. What is your exit strategy? It'll filter all the future leads to your criteria. Then you can pull the target list. Why the data random driving? Pull the lead data pool. Select high motivation filters. Foreclosure absentee over 2 years. Vacant properties, tax delinquent, and code violations. Export directly to RCIC. You don't have to do any CSV. It'll be in your account that you own in your data. No one, including myself, can see it. Skip tracings, like 30 seconds. Raw addresses don't close deals. Highlight your list, run it. RCIC skip trace, 0 cost. The owner name, mailing address, phone, and email. Initial outreach, first to contact, highest close chance. Use the call check scripts. They're all preloaded in marketing kits, so you can generate a lot of that stuff. Use 20 to 30 of the most motivated leads today. Call, text, tag them in RCIC CRM, so follow-up is automated. Get your Airtable set up, get your Dropbox set up. You can automate a lot of this. Follow-up touches, 30 seconds. End result by tomorrow morning, you have 50 targeted leads, all skip trace, ready for contact. First outreach done, follow-up automation running. So I'll put that after we do this, and I'll show you guys HomeBase. And we'll wrap up for tonight. Like I said, we'll try to go. I really want to try to go more extensively on Wednesday and Thursday night, so I can actually start running a lot more deals that people have. But I'll save this and I'll show you guys here. This is the lead generation blueprint. So it's pretty good to get a lot of resources. And then I'll post that later. Okay. Switch to HomeBase. So that's the investor lead engine. Now let's switch gears, because RSIC don't just power your real estate business, it also connects your entire marketplace, your lifestyle, your home, and your side hustles. So AI plus local services plus global reach is for homeowners, do-it-yourselfers, travelers, sports fans. So we got the 1600 series. It's pretty cool. We got home buying, you got rentals, financing, title, post-close, security, utilities, energy audits, generators, internet, including Starlink, and more. 1700 gets into small business side hustles, franchises, SBA, kids party services. Believe it or not, if you want to hire a clown or a freaking bounce house, they're in there. 1800 and 1900 series is all your travel passports. Crisis response, if you're in Libya by mistake and you need to get out, there's some services that can do that. Medevac, if you're on Camp 2 of Mount Everest and you got a broken leg and you're freezing to death, there's some couple of resources to get you off the mountain. Global safety resources. There's also travel insurance, and they have that, so literally they will pay for it. If you don't have that, that could be a couple $100,000. Global AI marketplace, local classifieds, gigs, services, events, all in 50 states, territories, 195 countries. Every country, every state, every territory is in here. So if you're looking to go to Haiti, which I wouldn't, it's in there. If you're looking to go to Libya, which I wouldn't, but I mean, if you want to go to somewhere cool like United Kingdom, I planned out my trip. I think Willie, when I told you I was doing that yesterday, I think I spent like an hour and a half, and it actually came up with like, it probably hit about 40 websites that I would, because when you're doing travel, you're hitting Expedia, Travelocity. It may go through a couple, like there's a couple different travel companies that I know, like Kensington Tours, and there's some other ones. It actually came up with a lot of like low, but like places in like Europe and stuff, but it came up in like hotels in like Ireland and Scotland that you probably wouldn't think of. So it's pretty cool. So you got the do-it-yourselfers, find, compare, hire trusted providers, travelers and event goers, sports, concerts, restaurants, business owners promote services locally, globally, and then the investors promote your deals, services, and rentals. The idea is too, if people are looking for buy a house, they can actually then connect with the investors. They can do a match, and vice versa. They can put in, hey, I'm looking for this house, and then when you are a real estate investor on that side, you can put in a search. Maybe you'll come up with somebody who's looking to buy a house, or looking to rent a house, something, or they're looking for an assisted living facility for their parent, or they're looking for storage, something like that. You'll be able to connect. And real estate investors side has full access from tool 1 to tool 2500. The HomeBase has 700 to 2500. So they do have about 100 tools that they share with the real estate side, but they cannot get on tools 1 through 699. Why it's different, it's AI powered matching. It finds the right vendor or service for your exact need in minutes. Vetted resources, no spammy listings, tied to verified businesses that are RCIC members. Global plus local, Denver to Dubai, same platform, local results. So here's a live demo. Yes. I really like this HomeBase. Plus, with the fact that we can actually generate, I mean, literally, we get like a couple people in it now that are not in real estate. But I think honestly, this could be something we could, there's 800 million users with OpenAI, with ChatGPT on the free side. If we could just get 1% of 1% of 1%, dude, it's pretty good. And then you guys can get some good, on the revenue sharing side. So let's just say I just closed on a property, but I need things done fast. You need a security system. You want to buy a backup generator because maybe you're in, where I live, backup generator and stuff like that. Maybe you need to do some wildfire defense. Colorado's got like they've got like 200,000 acres on fire right now here. And you can, most people start Googling, calling, comparing for hours. And HomeBase, I just tell it what it needs and it does the legwork. So find these, for security, ADT, Simply Safe, and Ring with feature and cost comparisons. Generators, home standby versus portable. Those are like generic. Install quotes, get your financing options. Comcast versus CenturyLink versus Starlink, speeds, price, and reliability. And then it shows the extras. If I like what I see, I can contact them directly through HomeBase or save them to my vendor list for later. It also cross-reference warranties, rebates, seasonal promos. Guys, this can read all your warranty and all your specifications. You guys know, like you go to like Amazon or something. How many people go and click on those other tabs? Read all the specifications. Here you can go through and just have it all summarized in like seconds. Make it personally. It isn't just for homeowners. You guys can use it for good bids on renovations. Landlords can find property managers. Side hustlers get their own business listed. It's all in one place. AI is doing all the matchmaking. Bottom line, HomeBase replaces hours of searching and phone calls with a 3-minute AI-powered match built for your needs, not a generic search engine. Real quick, yes. And then we're gonna go for about 5 more minutes, and I will generate the YouTube assets in front of you guys. HomeBase is, I mean, it's incredible. And tomorrow I'm gonna do some what I call reinforcement. That's where I go through all the tools again. I'm gonna do that about once every other week. I'll do real estate one week, I'll do HomeBase the next week. HomeBase is obviously more extensive, but it basically I go through all the tools and I try to make sure they're all, just if we're missing anything. Like the other day I put in like 50 because we didn't have any between like 551 and 599. So I put in like 50 more just to make sure we have them all. State your need. AI finds providers. You can compare side by side, price, reviews, features, connect your save, and then bonus matches, rebates, promos, seasonal deals. Find out, if they have a warranty or something like that. What are you looking for? That's pretty cool. And okay, we are going to wrap up. I will process the Zoom. Can you generate? I don't even worry about typos when I'm in here by myself. But for, like I always try to go back and fix stuff. The thumb under, it says 2.0. I will say 1.99 just to make sure. So you guys got any questions? It's getting easier and easier. A lot of people are like it. We got like a bunch of people. Gwen got on it this weekend. Got a couple other people from the group. I know Jamie Waters hit me up this morning, a few other people. So we should have about, by the end of the week, we should have about 10 more people in the associates group that are on it. That's going to put us right around 20 or so, which is good. And I'm trying to figure out, visuals, like making sure, like you guys see all the stuff that people are promoting, where you can see the pictures and stuff on screen. Trying to find, it's going to be third-party app where you have to like connect it to them, but there's some out there that might take a little while. There's some other things I'm looking at. Just trying to make sure we get the basics though, we get the subscriptions going. Because I don't think too many people are really, I go through all these companies, man. I don't know how many times people have got go to like, I don't know, prop stream or something. I was making fun of them the other day. I called them like prop watch. And I was like looking at like some of these websites, man, it takes you like 20 minutes to scroll through them, and they have all this shit and they put all these like testimonials. It's like, come on, guys. Visuals are a little bit, I know they're more accurate. I think I haven't got it. I think I only had one typo, only one issue since Saturday when I got 5. So that's pretty good. It just made a T and an extra T in platform. It said platform, then had a T at the end. So I basically took the Lunapic. If you guys ever want a free picture like editing, you can do a whole lot of stuff with Lunapic. It's like Luna like lunar, LUNAPIC.com. You guys can go there and it's pretty cool software. It's pretty cool. It's free. You can do everything, man. A lot of stuff in there, a lot of editing of pictures, and that's pretty cool. Let's see if this puts my name with that guy. Have you guys seen that where like it puts my name and it's like some guy that doesn't even look like me? It looks like Tony Romo. That's always funny though. There you guys go. Real estate investing, AI property analysis. Okay. Description. I'll do that. I like to show people, and then I'll go ahead and we'll stop share, finish up, and then be kind of cool. See it joined all my stuff. So that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I mean, that's really good. Got the website, got the Patreon, and got the my Facebook page. And people can connect with me, all my tags, and then I got the shorter ones. See, it's even looking even better. Well, I tell you what, it's really actually this is even a lot better than what it was last week before 5. I'm pretty impressed with 5. I know there's some people out there with some issues of it, but then again, people shouldn't use that as like their virtual girlfriend or whatever. That's what a lot of people were complaining on Reddit about. Oh, this is my social life. Like, yeah, go outside and touch grass. All right, I'm gonna do the yes. I'll have it. I think I already made one, but it never hurts to have two. And then I'll stop sharing. We'll close for the night. Like I said, Wednesday, same time, 5 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Thursday, same for associates. Friday will be 12:30 p.m. my time, 2:30 Eastern for an hour. And if we don't, if we, if I'll try to play it by ear. If we don't, if people want to come on and, if anybody has deals, we'll just try to do some deep dives. My goal is to start getting people on there with a lot of deals where people can actually have their RCIC up. I can be doing the bigger picture stuff. But if people don't have the the GPT-5 yet, then we can try to help, teach them a little bit. I don't want to, at least in the associates group, I'm not going to do that for people off the street. We'll give everybody in the associates group a little courtesy. All right, let's this visual go and then we'll finish up for the night. Okay, well, if you look at there on my sidebar where it says debunking 30 North Gold Street, that's in Sheridan, Wyoming. That's where all those LLCs are. There's 120,000 LLCs that are registered to that address. in Sheridan, Wyoming. Mine was, I have a few there too, but I was looking at like prop propertyleads.com. There's like 5 companies that are associated with propertyleads.com. They all have different names of property or something in there, and they're all registered there. So it's like showing people you never know these, they're not actually there. It's actually a husband and wife, and they got like 4 or 5 employees. They got 120,000 LLCs registered there. So it's a pretty big operation for the, they got, but there's a lot of firms. There's something like over 50 firms or so were busted for PPP fraud during COVID that had that address because people were creating fake companies and they were doing their LLCs there. There you go. All right, I'm gonna stop share. Cool, Bully. All right, Arliss, you got any questions? What's new, Willie?
Nothing much, man. Just fiddle faddling with the program.
Yeah, that's what I'm done. Yep, pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with it. So I just need to get some. I want to get a lot of people on HomeBase because that'll definitely help. Money, everything. I can pour money into it. I think that's gonna be the cash cow. That allows us to really keep real estate more elite, like more smaller group. I like to still have about 1,000 people, 1,500 or so eventually. That way we got, we need to get more lenders and wholesalers and, trying to recruit a lot of them. But now they can do a lot of their marketing. I'm going to try to emphasize that. Now they can do all your, the tools, all your analysts, all your skip tracing, but now you can put all your marketing packages together, make some really cool stuff that will stand out. So anyway, I'll see you guys Wednesday.
All right.
Cool.